Hey buddies, 54 New Start. Today we're going to be looking at doing a tutorial similar to Nano Stray for the DS or one of those side-scrolling shooter games, but in 2D. So basically, what we're going to be ending up with is a video game to where you are the player. You can upgrade your ship. You can shoot different type of weapons, and wherever you put your mouse, or in this case your finger, since we're doing this for Android, on the screen your ship will go, and you'll have enemies that you have to shoot, and they will shoot back at you, and they will follow a very simple pattern. Today we're going to be dealing with the basic form of this, and then moving on from there. So an introduction video like I always do, and then moving on there, or from there, into a more complex setup. So they won't be all going up and down. Sometimes they will actually follow a dragon pattern, or a straight line, or a circle around if there's anything, if there's any of them left. So it's not gonna be complex, but it's going to entail some creative thinking, coding, and art design. So right now I'm just using some art that I have collected from OpenGameArt. So you'll see the links down below along with the file for this setup. So I have our laser, enemy laser, the enemy, a enemy spawner, our player, and that's about it for right now. The only behaviors that I'm actually currently using are bullet and here we go, bullet, and the sign, which basically allows a certain object to go up and down, go around in a triangle, to follow a certain pattern. So that this will go up and down off screen and will spawn this enemy player, but the enemy player will also spawn a bullet once, and you have so many of those on the scene, and depending on what you can see on the screen, you'll either dodge it or they will actually hit you, or in case he actually spawns an explosive of some form, it will explode and you'll be caught in the explosion, or you'll make it away. Now every time one of these players dies, he will actually spawn basically a credit, some form of item that you can use as currency in the game so that you can modify your ship. I'm still looking specifically for alternative sprites to use so that we can then modify it. So basically add on different weapons, or add some form of shielding, or get another ship. But we're going to use this for now. So I've done some of the coding to get us off and started. So basically, all I've imported is a touch behavior, which you can see right over here. And since this is going to be for Android, we're going to do everything by touch. However, it does also work for your mouse, in case you want to use this as a web-based video game, or if you want to add mouse and keyboard and touch, so in case somebody's playing this on a touch device, you can use, and they hook up a Bluetooth keyboard or whatever, that you can use. Multiple people on multiple devices can use this. So, okay, so is in touch. So you're going to right click, add event, go to touch, and it's going to be is in touch. So it's going to be right there. Set position. We're going to I'm going to do this real quick. Set sprite, and we're going to set position. So we're going to set position specifically to where touch is. So it's going to always reference the X and Y. So we're going to go to X, click there, and we're going to click Y, and we're going to click that there. So that's how you do that. Now, what we're going to do now is add a sub event. So this is by right clicking. So right underneath our main event, you're going to see a blue line, but specifically it's actually going to be a little bit smaller. So you need to actually click on it, or click on the side of it. where right next to where the number is, it says add, and we're going to add a sub event. Now, when your sub event pops up, that little this little box right here, what we're going to do is go to system, and we want to say, so EV or every, so it's going to be every so many seconds, and I put 0.4 seconds. While we're in touch, the player is going to spawn sprite 3. Now this is basically a hit, that all that does is that it creates that item on screen, but we set the actual bullet to have the behavior of bullet so that it will actually shoot. And then we set it on start of layout, set sprite speed to about 100. Now, I've labeled this as this enemy shooting and spawning. This refers specifically to the enemy. Every 3 seconds, wait 1 second. Now, what I found out is that every, if I tried to make this an odd number, so it says every 2 seconds, or with 3, all it would do is it would constantly, if it spawned in the middle, it was always going to spawn in the middle. It was never randomly going to spawn anywhere. Now you can't have a random variable in it, and we may look at that a little bit later for some of the other enemies. So every 3 seconds, wait 1 second, and then the orange spawner will spawn the enemy characters or the enemy ships, and then that the enemy will spawn a sprite 5, or in this case the laser. And this laser will set angle toward the sprite, or in this case, our character. So how to specifically do this? You're going to add an action. You're going to say sprite, and then it's going to be, we can also do a rotate toward, but we can also just set angle to the player, set sprite, set angle toward position, and we're gonna say set sprite, and we're gonna grab the X, and then we're gonna grab the Y. Done, and that's how you do that. So in the end, you'll have a almost complete type space shooter. The enemy could move a little bit faster, but again, I just want to you guys to see this. They shoot once, and then I have enabled our bullets or our lasers to actually destroy the enemy, which in one shot for these basic enemies, it would destroy them. And your objective is to not get shot also. So that's what we're going to do in the next video, is to basically have the enemy get destroyed when you shoot them, have you get destroyed when you get shot, and actually collect credits or some form of currency so that you can upgrade your ship. We're also going to include a menu and a level selection and add in a couple other levels, but we're going to work on level 1 so that we can have so many ships come through the end of the level. And then level 2 is arena 2 is basically where you'll have the current level type of enemies, but you'll have another type of enemy that will do something different, or it could be the same enemy just doing something a little bit different than level 1. So hopefully guys, you enjoyed this tutorial. Remember to hit the like and subscribe button. Comment down below if you would like to see any other type of tutorials. If you have questions on this type of tutorial, if you didn't get anything that you want it more specifically answered, I can do that for you guys. And till the next video, I will see you all later.